So numerous militaries around the world have been infected with COVID-19. We're hearing it in Asia, out of North Korea. We're hearing it through Europe. A sailor from the Teddy Roosevelt admitted to an intensive care unit in Guam yesterday after being found unconscious from COVID-19. He's now at least 416 on board are infected. The Joint Chiefs of Staff is now talking and warning about publicly military readiness. They want to protect our men and women. What's your reaction to this story?
Yeah, this is it's a terrible story. We've got only 20. We got 20 aircraft carriers, as you mentioned before, we've got a second one that's been infected. The Navy's not done a good job. The senior leadership on this part. We had the embarrassment of firing the captain of the ship. He may even get reinstated. We had the Secretary of the Navy had to resign over this after an idiotic thing he did. We don't have enough tests in the country, it seems, which I can't understand or explain, and we clearly don't have enough tests for the Department of Defense. We've got to have a priority here. Two aircraft carriers is an awful lot, leaves us 18. So it's very, very troubling. For me, it's a senior leadership issue, not speaking up for the sailors in this case or soldiers who need help, because there's a very crowded environments on these vessels. Great guys, men and women, 5,000 on the carrier, a tremendous amount of work. Very, very talented, but they can't protect themselves. They need admirals and above need to get their heads on straight and get this story back on track, and it's not. It's only getting worse.
You know, a top Pentagon health official saying today that the U.S. military has a limited capacity to test for coronavirus. Your reaction to that?
That's an inexcusable statement. Inexcusable. This is as important as missiles and bullets. This is a war, and the front line, of course, is our health providers and the people that are doing everything they can. But the other piece of that is readiness of our soldiers, airmen, Marines, sailors, Coast Guard, et cetera. And we're not taking care of them. And this is bad leadership. I mean, fire some people leadership. We lost Secretary of the Navy over his idiotic comments and the way he acted. We can't have this, and we are, and it needs to be corrected. And I mean now, greatest nation in the world can't have this kind of a problem on a force that's this capable and been fighting for the last 19 years.
You know, we're seeing that it's not just the U.S. military dealing with this. Again, it's other countries around the world. Their own troops, their own militaries are getting infected rapidly with COVID-19. Deputy Defense Secretary David Norquist, appearing alongside the Vice Chair of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Hyten, sent a veiled warning saying to China, the U.S. is ready to defend interests in the South China Sea after the Navy did ground the Teddy Roosevelt. Also, China picked up the phone and called Venezuela, saying essentially, Venezuela, we are hearing what your issues are. We stand ready to help. You know, we are now using the Navy and major military hardware to combat narco-terrorists and drug cartels who are trying to deliver drugs into the United States overseas. So are you saying essentially stop this problem now so we can do those tasks at hand? Is that it?
Absolutely. Yes. And the war on drugs is something we lost 50 years ago. It's not just stopping them at the border. It's also the consumption we have in this country and the policy issues. But the priority is the people speaking, vice chairman, et cetera, they got a job right now, and that's to protect their soldiers who can then, they can't protect their soldiers if the soldiers are sick. Soldiers can't protect the nation if the soldiers and sailors are sick. And that's got to be, it's men versus mission, and they're failing on the men part. This is I keep saying, this is a senior leadership problem that needs to be addressed now, and it's not. This, for me, needs more people getting fired besides the Secretary of Defense. It's that critical. Secretary of Navy, pardon me. Secretary of the Navy.
I hear what you're saying. I just want to understand. I want to be clear what you're saying, because again, we have a number of ships that are now infected.
Yes.
So what you're talking about is the former acting Navy Secretary Thomas Modly resigning over his handling of and the attacks on the Teddy Roosevelt's commander, Captain Brett Crozier. Captain Crozier was relieved of his command earlier this month after a letter he wrote became public. He was imploring the Navy to step in because now hundreds of service members on his boat that he has been relieved command of, the Teddy Roosevelt, are sick. The Navy has not ruled out reinstating Captain Crozier. Do you think he should be reinstated?
Absolutely. There's a huge mistake being made. We have to understand that the commander of the task force, which is a rear admiral, was on that aircraft carrier. This captain did not, the first thing he ever did on this was send a letter. He asked and called and sent messages. This was a last-ditch effort. He did the absolute right thing. His sailors love him, and the Navy's got a much bigger problem. This captain, again, talking about a second aircraft carrier that's down, and the other problems the Navy's had over the last 8 or 9 years. These kind of crises show us good and bad leadership. And what we're seeing now is bad and needs to be corrected. We need more captains on the USS Roosevelt than less if you want to keep this force be the best in the world.
Colonel David Hunt, thank you so much for coming on. We appreciate your insights and thank you for your service to our country. We hope you have a good Easter weekend.
You too. Thank you.